Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be talking about foundation, something that all of you have been requesting, and I'm sure most of us have questioned as to how to get that perfect foundation color. To begin with, my first tip to you is never go for a foundation which is too light in color. Always go for a perfect match, because especially skin like mine, a richer pigment like mine, it will turn very ashy very soon. So all you girls out there who've complained about oxidizing of foundation or foundation looking too gray, people telling you you're looking dull after your makeup, it's only because of the color that you've picked. So pick your colors well. Again, when you're picking your color, I see a whole lot of people at the counters swatching it onto your arms. Do these colors look the same to us? They're absolutely different. So next time when you're trying out a color, make sure you try it on your jawline. That's a perfect match for you. Or even the center of your face, whatever you make. Never ever try it on your arm and say, you know what, that's going to be a perfect match. So yeah. Foundation selection is extremely important, but so is application. You need to know how to blend your foundation well, because I've had a whole lot of people actually tell me that their foundation shifts onto the phone. The little white iPhone that you have has very soon turned muddy and more skin color like. So yes, keep watching our video to know how I blend my foundation to make sure it is set really well all throughout the day. So now I'm going to show you how I like to apply my foundation. To tell you, there are a lot of brands that have different kinds of foundation. You need to go and ask specific questions in order to get the right foundation. Questions being, first, understand if you need a sheer foundation which is low coverage. Are you someone who likes high coverage, something that gives you that completely made up look? Are you someone who does not like makeup and wants something very light and just dewy? So you need to be able to tell people, because in every range, every brand, you have specific foundations to achieve everything that I just mentioned. So if you see, a BB cream is one of them. MAC also has like a Studio Fix, which is full coverage, and the Match Master. Even a Lancome has the Ultra, the Idol, all of them, which are very different. So be very specific. The second thing that I really want all of you to remember is foundation is not meant to make you look fairer. And especially richer tones like us, like me over here, if we get foundation which is extremely light or even a shade lighter, chances are you will oxidize. So all of you who have complained about the fact that my foundation tends to oxidize very soon, I look gray at the end of it, I look dull in pictures, the only reason behind all three of them is that your shade is lighter than required. So be careful when you're picking up your shade. Always go for a shade that makes you look like it's second skin for you. So having given that now I'm going to move on to applying my favorite foundation. This is by NARS. I really swear by them. In fact, in a small little accident at home, I dropped like a whole lot of it, and it was a brand new bottle. I'm kind of heartbroken there, but yeah, what do I do? So my color is Cardi's. Right now I might also want to tell you, there's this website called foundation.com. that is foundation.com, and what it does is, if you key in the perfect shade in any one brand, so I knew my shade in MAC, which is a perfect shade for me, it tells me my shade in every other brand of foundation that there is. Isn't that awesome? And I actually tried their technique. So they told me that in Illa Mask I'm going to be a shade 9.5. I went online and I ordered my foundation, and it was perfect. I don't look them up. So now I'm going to quickly tell you how I apply my foundation, because I think my foundation application is extremely important. While it is okay to use a sponge, and I at times would use a beauty blender to blend out my foundation, I really believe that having a good brush is very important. So there are two of them which I really like. One is something, it's like a dual fiber brush, if you can have a close look at it. I have the one by Sigma. MAC also has them. I think they're really good for foundation application. It makes sure that your product is used well and is blended really well. Another product that I really like, and I think you guys should really look at getting one of these for you, is the buffing brush, and this is by Real Technique. They're very good. I think for a price of like about 2,000 odd rupees, you can get about 4 brushes and really good quality. Like the buff really so nice and soft. Both are actually. So I want to tell you how I use my foundation. So I'm going to pour some of this. This is NARS, as I had mentioned previously. I'm going to take a little bit. I didn't get the pump with this the last time around. Stupid me. So I always have to kind of pour it out like this. So I'm going to quickly, what I do is, and I really like, I'm very comfortable with this, is I make equal amount of dots on my face. So if you can see, I have the same amount of dots everywhere. Like this, and with the remaining, I just kind of apply it all over my face. So I dot my face properly, and I make sure that the same amount of product is on both sides. You don't want uneven application. I'm going to pick up my Sigma brush, and as you can see, I'm just going to place it on the dot and start blending it in circular motions. Blend it. You just need to connect the dots. Essentially, that's what I am doing, and move to the outside of your face. So again, blend and blend. Go in. Go towards the side, and I'm going to then start with my nose. Blend it to the sides again. It really helps me fasten the process of foundation application, and I personally feel that it gives a very, very good effect. You know, it closes your pores, it buffs the product really well, and there's absolutely no wastage. I love that. I love that when a brush can give me those kind of results. So here I have the foundation easily and well applied all over the face. I think I'm good, right? And now it's extremely important that once you have applied your foundation, you set it in place. So in order to set it in place, there are 2 ways of doing that as well. And the products are also 2 different kinds. One is what I'm holding in my hand. It's a press powder. So you can pick up a press powder in whichever brand that you like. So almost all of them have one of these. And the other one is a loose powder, which is basically a very fine milled powder. Now I like picking up a translucent powder, reasons being that it works for all kind of skin type, and this is really good quality. So I really love these. Now, how would you choose one powder over the other? Depends on the kind of coverage you want. So if I use this, I obviously will get a higher coverage because this is pressed powder, it's very pigmented. It just loosely sets my powder. Now I'm going to actually opt for the loose powder. There are 2 ways of applying this as well. You could apply it with a sponge, a wet sponge. So you can very well get a beauty blender, dip it in and pat. Or you can pick up a sponge like this, which is a dry sponge, dab it in the product and dab all over your face. The third way of doing this is actually getting a big brush like probably this, the powder brushes that you get in the market. You can pick up one of these, dip it into the product and just loosely powder it. But remember, if you want a sweat-proof makeup, I would highly recommend using a sponge or a wet one, whichever you're more comfortable with. So for today, I'm going to actually use this sponge that I have. Make sure you don't pick up too much of the product. The product just has to be the right quantity. So I'm going to dip my sponge into this and go over my entire face. I just tap the powder into my face instead of sweeping it. Don't sweep it because chances are that you will sweep the foundation off. You're trying to set it in place. Guys, this is a very important step. You don't want your makeup to move. You don't want to reach a place where you've got everything well put together and it creases. So there you go. I'm just gonna pat it all in. I love the way this particular powder just blends into my skin, doesn't gray me out, none of that. I'm okay. So I hope that answered a question or 2 about foundation that you might have had in your mind. Do keep watching our series to know more about the basics of makeup in terms of your eye makeup, how to kind of get the perfect lip, how to contour, all of it. If there's any specific video that you would want us to cover, do comment below and we'll definitely come up with a video. Until then, subscribe, share, like and comment. Take care.